Demon Cup presentation first. I have a feeling I don't have everybody's attention. Just a second. It's that dull murmur that's throughout the room. We're almost there. Thank you. So we're going to start out with the Demon Cup celebration. After that, we are going to do our school captain election speeches. We'll have an introduction to those. And then you'll hear from the school captain candidates. And then we will run you through the induction ceremony. The much anticipated event of the year. Houses, have you worked hard to induct your new members? I can't wait to see it. But to start off, Demon Cup. For those of you new to the house system here, the Demon Cup is our highest award given to a group of students who throughout the course of the year consistently demonstrated amazing awesomeness. Through GPA, through not a lot of violations, through attendance at sporting events. What else? There's a lot of other things that go into this. Eagle Games is a big one coming up, so there's a lot that goes into winning the Cup. We issue points on a regular basis. The winning house at the end of the year receives free dress Fridays for the rest of the year. TCBY coupons for a free program. If I can get the cup, a big cup full of Cadé. And the leaders who produce this effort receive Qdoba gift cards. And then they get $500 to have an end of the year party. And the winners of the Demon Cup, Thomas So, the points for the 2015 Demon Cup start right now. So we will have lots of points available at the Eagle Game. So make sure you sign up for the live events at the Eagle Game. More details to follow. At this point, I'm going to turn the microphone over to our much esteemed principal, Mr. Bob Schaefer.
Thank you, Mr. Lovely. Good afternoon, everyone. As you may know, our two school captains, our outgoing school captains, are at a robotics tournament and not here today. Normally they would conduct this portion of our presentation. New students, you will receive absentee ballots at the very end of today's ceremony. And everyone else is going to vote during your house lunches tomorrow. School captains, those of you who are candidates and all of you who are voting, it's very important to understand what school captains do because it's quite a lot. This is a very, very important job and it has a direct bearing, a very important bearing on student life in the school. These are the ones who come to the administration to advocate on your behalf, to ask for certain things, to ask if things can be done differently, and to cooperate with the administration on all kinds of administrative activities here at the school. They are the ones who represent the school to parents, to donors, to people out in the community, to the media when they come here and want to visit with students. This is a critical and important job for all of you here, and for the as I mentioned, the student life of the school. They're responsible for running the entire house system under the direct guidance of the house director, Mr. Kemp. They meet weekly with the house director in an executive meeting. In addition to running the regular house leadership club meetings, they work directly with the house treasurer to make budgetary decisions. They plan and lead all high school lyceums and all high school evening events, including onward and upward and public information nights. The school captain candidates who are here today are going to be recognized, and they will have 3 minutes to make their presentation to you right here and now. Mr. Torgerson has the stopwatch, and at 3 minutes, I will cut you off mid-sentence. So, get your remarks in 3 minutes or less. There will not be 3 minutes and 1 second, okay? Our first candidate, everyone in the room, please. We need everyone's respect and attention throughout these five sets of remarks. Our very first candidate, let's welcome to the microphone Joe Caraway.
Am I in the camera shot?
Hey guys, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Joe Caraway, and I'm wrapping up my junior year here at Liberty Town High School. I came to Liberty not knowing a single person, but since then I've made some great friends and I've been influenced by some awesome teachers. Liberty's had a huge impact on my life. I would like to take a greater role in leading Liberty Town High School this next year as your school captain. That's why I'm asking for your vote. I believe a leader is someone who has passion, who has vision, and who has good character. And I'll demonstrate all these qualities as a leader of the school. As school captain, I'll be a strong leader who leaves a lasting positive impact on the school. And I mean, when we look at all the different schools and the community that we go to, like Collins, Rockwood, you wouldn't have to work nearly as hard. You wouldn't be held to such high standards. You wouldn't have an administration of like Mr. Kent. They'll chase you down if you're not doing your job. You wouldn't have that at any other school probably. That's why we come to Liberty, and I want that hard work to pay off. If you're like me, you want that hard work to pay off. And I promise that this hard work that we're putting will pay off as Liberty's reputation grows in the community. And I'm going to help that reputation of ours to grow over the years. One thing I want to do as school captain is to increase the relationship that we have with the administration in order to keep the current privileges we already have, like open campus for juniors and seniors. I'd also like to see us work towards new goals that would, like say a certain house got no violations for a certain amount of time, then they get a free dress day, something like that. So I'd like to work towards getting new goals and privileges for the student body. Let's see here. And lastly, the main goal I have is for school spirit. You see some people, they ask us, what school do you go to? And you kind of hang your head and like, oh, I go to Liberty. And I want when people hear the word Liberty, they think, oh, you must be a smart kid. You must have great character. You must be athletic. I want people to think of those things when they hear about our school. I also want to increase school spirit in ways like having kids go to pep rallies, getting people to go to like basketball games, cheer louder, getting people actually involved in sports, having more kids actually be on sports teams. That's all things I want to do. I promise that if you vote for me, all of your wildest dreams will come true.
Our next candidate, Bailey Hodges.
Hello. Okay. I'm Bailey. I'm running for school captain. Kind of same reason as Joe. I want to help lead the school. I think we have a great school here. I want to really increase our school spirit right here. So I don't think we really have enough right now. A lot of people are talking about leaving after their 8th grade year because they don't want to go through a whole Liberty process, and I think we need to have people stay here for the whole 4-year journey, because I think that's really important. Another reason I want to lead is because we have a great athletic program here, and I want to see people get a little bit more excited about that. So right now we have an academic culture built around the school, and academics are really important, but I feel like it's going to be just as rewarding, because if you've ever been to a 5A basketball game, you've been to Cooter, you go to Fossil, you're playing them, you beat them on their own home court, you rush the court. it's just so exciting. I've had that experience. I was a tutor my freshman year. It's a great school, but I was in the IB program. It's very academic. Not as much as Liberty say, but it's a great school. But it's a lot bigger than Liberty. You know, that's something unique we have here. We have a small school experience. You can kind of know everybody in your own grade. You're kind of friends with everybody. At Tutor, you kind of like go through the halls. And you don't really know everybody around you. And I think that's a really unique thing that we have here. Another thing I want to do as school captain is, as Joe was talking about, open campus. Because we work really hard here. And to not really have open campus all the time, it's kind of hard. Because all the other schools have open campus. But I understand that we have to have honor for and dignity and respect for the rest of the neighborhood. But I think our hard work should pay off and we should be able to have open campus. And I think I can really help do this because I'd like to communicate with the whole student body and relay that to the administration and Mr. Schaefer and help us get what we want. At first, I really wasn't sure if I wanted to be school captain, but I think I have a lot to offer the school. I think I'd be a great leader, and I think your vote would definitely help. Yeah. Anyway, I want to end on one note. I just want to ask a question real quick. Are you a Bay Leaver?
Our next candidate, Abby Wagner.
So right now, I could be up here telling you the long, boring history of all of my leadership positions and the experiences I've had through those and how I'm so qualified because I have all these leadership positions. But I don't want to do that. I want to focus on a different aspect of leadership, passion. Right now, I want all of you to think of something you love to do. Sleeping and eating don't count. We all love doing that. But something you love doing, actually doing hands-on. For some of you, that may be sports. For some of you, that may be reading, or painting, or drawing, or playing a musical instrument. Well, for me, that's leadership. And yeah, I know, it kind of sounds funny, like you like leading people, like that's your passion, but it is. Ask anybody who knows me. I just love helping people. All the girls on the soccer team, sometimes they call me mom, because I'm always like giving them sunscreen or doing their hair. And then my own mom gets mad at me because I'm spending too much time on leadership stuff and not enough time on my schoolwork. And the kids in my youth group who lead youth group with me, they make fun of me because I'm always the first one to volunteer for things. And while I make a tease for these things, I think that it is this passion that has made me such a successful leader. A lot of people get involved in leadership positions, and lots of times for different reasons. It looks good on college applications, they want the bragging rights, they want the power, but you will find that the best leaders are the ones who get involved in leadership for leadership's sake, because they truly enjoy leading people and helping people. And that's why I believe I am the best candidate for school captain. Of course, I have the experience, and don't get me wrong, the experience, the character, that's all really important. But I'm more than that. With this passion, I can bring the school higher. Nate and Wade have worked really hard for the success we are seeing today, and I aim to continue this tradition of excellence. If you elect me, you will find that I will make this school a school you are proud of. Just like Joe and Bailey talked about, we all see it. The school lacks a little bit of pride, and it's growing, but I want to take it even higher. So whether that means increasing spirit games, or changing some of the more unpopular school policies, or even making the best dances and events, I'll do it. I want to make this school something that you all love. Because I love this school where it is now, but I know it can be better, and I want all of you to love it too. So vote for me. Not because I had the best campaign, or not because this is the best speech you've ever heard in your life, because I'm sure it's not. Bailey's was pretty good. But vote for me because I have more than just experience. I have the passion for leadership and the willingness to work with you to make this year yours. Thank you.
Our next candidate, Liz Ye.
Hi everyone, I'm Liz. Straight off the bat, I want to tell you that I'm qualified. I mean, I was 10th grade grad, Q Club secretary, Q Club president, house captain. I'm also qualified because I persevered. This morning, finish these. Then I looked up at those capstones and I thought, what would Mr. think of this? And I hate those materials. Anyway.
Oh my god.
That was a joke, but my poster up here was kind of silly. I don't know if you noticed my posters, but the point of those were to keep things light, to keep things fun. Because I think when we have a school like this that's striving for excellence, we still have to have fun in high school. However, there was one poster that wasn't a joke. It was completely serious. It was the one out there that said, "Tell me what you want." Because being a leader, I learned that being a leader isn't about being a leader, if that makes sense. It's about you guys. It's about your ideas and me making them happen. So to prove what great ideas you guys have, I went around with a clipboard at lunch and asked you what you thought about the school. This is what I heard. Ben Covington and Jack Kozek wanted cheesecake, and Josh Ridley wanted a giraffe. But some of you actually had great ideas that I would love to know. For example, many of you, including Emily Erickson and Elizabeth Devon, wanted more organized pep rallies with real music and fun games. Casey Robertson came up with the idea that the bulletin board in the lunchroom or commons to announce club events, because let's be honest, the announcements aren't always heard. Josie Lund, David Crable, and Sarah Timmey suggested more games that were interactive with the audience at Lyceums. Someone else thought it would be good to have mentor sessions at the beginning of the year to give tips about how to survive certain classes. Krista Frable thought of having a senior ski trip, which I think would be awesome. So these are just a few of the reasons that I want to be elected school captain, to make these things happen. Because without you guys, there are no events, there's no classes, no school. It's all about you. And that's what I want to make this year about. So like my poster said, take my hand. Vote for me. Okay, last year, at my house captain elections, I sang a song. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. And embarrass myself again. Okay. Don't you forget to vote for me. Don't. When you get that ballot, will you check my name? When you get that ballot, will you check my name? Will you read the pledge? Please don't read the pledge. Just check my name. Vote for me.
Our next candidate, Jesse Zuniga.
Okay, before I get started, in all respect, it's Zuniga. I know no one can get it, but anyway, hey guys, if you didn't know me before, I'm Jesse Zuniga, I'm the captain, should be obvious. Before I get started, I'd like to thank Nate and Wade, who aren't here, but their contributions to the school with this past year have been great, and they've worked hard. They've renovated the school dances and attempted to put a new fun face on the school. Really, last year they were all focusing on the same thing as you guys, school spirit, and that's a big thing, but I have some other specifics I want to talk about too. Now obviously I want you to vote for me, but this isn't about me, it's about you. I'm representing you guys as captain, but before I talk about you guys, I want to just let you know I'm qualified for this. I have held numerous leadership positions at church and here at school. I've led worship, I've led through my youth group. And here at school, I'm the leader of the Key Club committee local, along with a couple other people. I lead at FCA, I'm a swing club leader. Anyway, and then leadership is also about character, especially here at Liberty, we got the capstones. I've been brought up by my parents my whole life, really with an emphasis on character, and I think that I will be able to represent you guys both with that. Anyway, enough about me, I want to talk about you guys. So, on Tuesday, I went around at lunch, talked to you guys about what you want to see. I've integrated your ideas with my own to come up with some stuff I want to change for next year. So, the biggest thing I've heard from you guys is that you want a few changes in the house system, especially concerning house lunch. These days, house lunch is kind of looked up like something boring and like, why do we have to do this? I want to revamp the idea behind house lunch so that it becomes like a time that you look forward to, like the lunch that Liberty deserves, just not the one it needs. Anyway, no, but I'm all serious. I want to make it fun, and I want to also be able to make it useful if a house has something they need to get done during house lunch. Yeah, so another big thing about house is the inefficiency of house competition notification and the points system. So, I mean, I talked to a lot of guys. I think what a good idea would be is to have like a bulletin by the office, like talks about what events are coming up for house points, and also keeps the house points really updated, like current. Beyond that, tardies. Nobody likes tardies. Obviously, we can't get rid of the tardy violation, but I'm thinking it might be a good idea to get it down to half a violation, as pretty much everybody in detention's there for tardies. Anyway, I'd encourage you guys to carefully consider who you're going to vote for. Obviously, I want you to vote for me, but make the best choice. Together, we can make a difference here at Liberty. So join me, and together, we can rule the galaxy. Well, at least Liberty. Thanks, guys.
Nice job, everyone. All right, well, there are your options as far as candidates goes. Think a lot and think hard about it. And we will have a big grand announcement tomorrow. Mr. Torgerson is going to go next.
All right, guys. So I am the order director, and I oversee all the junior high, about 180 students. And a little bit about the order system, kind of the events that we did this year. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. As you get graders, you get passed over to Mr. Kemp. I am the Mr. Kemp of the junior high.